So the war just broke out really, really bad. On Saturday, we covered that on Banter main channel, but today we need to understand the impact on the markets. Today is the first real day since the conflict started, with the markets open, and we need to understand what's happening right now, where we are, and what could happen on the following days. So today, I'm going to talk, of course, about what's happening on the market, what we can expect besides the conflict, because it's not just a conflict, as you know. But also I'm going to explain you how you can profit from this. Because you can profit from this, you can trade these events, and you don't have to be exposed when you're not checking the charts. So today, first, we are going to understand what's happening, where we are right now, if things can escalate or are already starting, that we start to see that things might de-escalate. That would be the best scenario. But also, how you can trade this. Because you can trade this. And I can tell that I haven't been trading actively since this started. I did. Before Friday, I was building some stuff that soon you'll be able to see. But when this started, and when I saw some volatility on the market, I started trading it. And I just traded 2 days. And that was enough for me. So today I'm going to explain what I did and my strategy, etc., so that you can see that you can trade this. And yeah, let's see. As always, let me know from where you are watching, and there will be some news this week. Okay, there will be some news this week. So yeah, just pay attention to my socials and follow me on X, because I'll be giving you some news. Let me know if everything is okay. I think everything is okay, right? I hope everything is okay. If it's not okay, let me know in the chat, and also I have some alerts on in case that something happens. So first, everyone is calling for, major escalation event, more countries joining, etc., which might happen. Okay, which might happen. But from what we saw yesterday, from the futures market, it didn't seem like things are going to escalate that big. Okay, I don't think that we are going to see such a big escalation like we are somewhat expecting. So just for you to understand what happened yesterday, futures open. Yes, oil spiked, but then it retraced. It's now going there again to the same price. We're going to check the chart in a few moments. S&P was down less than 1%. This was yesterday night. Gold was up. It went up again today, but Bitcoin is still holding on pretty well. And I don't want to jinx it. I know the US it's still going to open, but yeah, you need to understand this. Everyone was expecting a major crash on Bitcoin. It might still come today. It might still come today. Okay, be aware of this. Yeah, but it held on super well. Super well for everything that's happening on the past months. Tell me on the chat which one of you didn't think that we are going to have a major drop on Bitcoin. I would literally like to know who wasn't expecting a major drop on Bitcoin when things started to escalate. Because right now, I don't think there was. Right now, it's holding super well. I need to say this. Okay, it's holding really well, and let's see. Let's hope that it stays this way. I want it to stay this way, but yeah, it's still kind of early to say. But yeah, let's hope. Okay. Now, need to understand what's happening right now regarding the conflict. There's been some escalation that we are seeing. Not more countries involved, but some escalation here. So there was now a British base in Cyprus that was attacked. This might involve more countries. France is saying that they might get involved also if they need to, always in a defensive way. So be ready for this. Okay, you need to understand that volatility is coming. You need to let the dust settle, so that you are okay with what's happening. You need to be ready for this. Okay, I told you, I think it was last week on Mentor Main, what my plan was, and my plan is now being executed. Okay, so I'm covered. All my loans on DeFi are covered. Everything is going according to the plan that I had in case this happened. Okay, so I'm okay. I'm relaxed. I'm not worried. I'm just checking. I'm just seeing, feel all things develop, and then I react based on my plan. So not react. I act based on my plan. I'm not reacting. So before going to more details into the war, everyone is going to talk about the war today. So I didn't feel like I wanted to talk about the war. But you need to understand what we are going to have today. ISM coming today. Also, ADP coming on Wednesday. Jobless claims on Thursday. January on Friday. January retail sales data on Friday. And February jobs report. So, understand this. We have US Iran or US Israel Iran going. We have a lot of things coming. Okay? A lot of things coming. So, this will be a volatile week. And this is what you want if you want to trade. Okay? Forget the swings. Forget the, how can I say this? Forget those PNLs of 100% or 200% or 1000%. Fuck that. You don't want that. Okay? You want to make money. And if you want to make money, you need to trade. And if you want to trade this, I'm going to tell you how I'm doing it in just a few moments. And yeah, I don't share PNLs. I used to do that in the past. I'm not doing it anymore. I don't share PNLs. I do my thing. No one knows that I'm trading. Only my community knows what I'm trading. And like I said, I was 2 months or 1 month but without trading. 2 days. It was just what I needed. And yeah, so that's how you do it, to be honest. So let's keep checking first where we are. And then we go to, I'm going to explain you. Now, this is, I know if you are in Europe, this is not a good news for you. But European gas prices are going jumped over 30% because of QatarEnergy saying they are going to stop the LNG production or output. So this is the LNG chart. This is the 1 hour chart, and you can see start pumping. Okay, and guys, if you are not on this, you're not saying this properly. If you're not already on a long here, and you should be on PrimeXPT where you can trade commodities, you have the link in the description, and you know that now I'm going to have some slots where we are going to trade. But now, if you are not on this trade, I will not long it now. Okay, just to be clear. I know a lot of you want to now go, how can I say this, go long on the oil, go long on LNG or natural gas. Now, you lost your opportunity. Okay, what you can try to do, if you want to, okay, price action one-on-one, I'm going to scalp this, okay? And if you never trade commodities, if you are not used to the commodities volatility, you go to PrimeXPT, demo account, you have them all of them, you have it here. And you say, okay, so now I want to short natural gas. Now it's at support, no, you're not going to short it. This is the 5-minute chart. And then you can try, and then you start to get used to the asset, and then you stop using your demo account, and then you go to your real account, okay? And if you want to trade commodities, you go to PrimeXPT, and you trade commodities there. But like I was saying, you are not going to long natural gas now. That will be on Friday, not today, okay? If you had a hint that things were happening this weekend, you had long oil and natural gas on Friday. Okay? Now, if you do that now, you are going to lose money. But if you want to scalp it, it's price action one-on-one, where we are right now. Okay, we are at support. If it comes to this resistance here, maybe I'll decide to short it. And you just here, okay, this is my resistance level here. If it touches this here, and I think there it starts to look some traction, and I'm seeing that it's getting exhausted, then I'm going to short it, okay? And that's how you start to trading commodities. Same with oil. You go to oil, and you start to check the chart, and you see, okay, what I'm going to do here, okay? Start to look at it, and I said, I don't like this chart. So you go to PrimeXPT, you find oil, look at the chart, and let me ask you, based on price action, what will you do here on this chart? Let me know. What would you do here, right? So, and no one is answering. This is a 5-minute chart, okay? If you want to scalp commodities, go here and do it. If not, you can change to a 1 hour, and then, yeah. I don't see much here, so I prefer go to the 15-minute. I will wait for a confirmation to short it, okay? I will wait for a confirmation to short it. And let me know why it's risky to go long on oil now. Okay? It's really risky just because of this. If by any chance there's some sort of a deal or some sort of the talks get resumed or whatever, and the Strait of Hormuz is open again, you are going to get wrecked. 100% wrecked. Okay? Because the oil prices are going to drop again. The oil price is going to drop again. So now you need to be careful. Now you need to scalp it. You need to trade it. You need to learn how to trade commodities, that the volatility is different from crypto. Again, demo account, you open your trades, you see, and when you feel comfortable on PrimeXPT, you go to your real account. It's easy as that, okay? Just get used to this because we are going to trade a lot. Same for copper. I don't know if you remember, I said copper was looking like, a good trade. I said it on this channel, I said on the main channel, and I still believe copper is going to go higher. And if we see some sort of reaction here, I think I bought copper, and I do believe copper is going higher. It's easy. And this is how if you don't want to trade crypto right now because you think it's too volatile, and I respect that, just trade commodities. Couldn't be easier than this, okay? Couldn't be easier than this right now. And I'm going to tell you how I'm doing it. And first, I want to speak first about this. There are people here from my community that I know I talk about this one. This is XLE. This is a ETF from the energy sector, and it's going bananas. I don't remember exactly when I mentioned it on Banter. I think it was like 3 weeks ago, if I'm not mistaken, maybe 2 weeks ago. And yeah, I think this is going to look. If you look at this chart, honestly, I think it's going to go much higher. Much higher. You might have some sort of retracement here. And I have a 5x exposure on this ETF. We might retrace or something, but I do believe that we are going to go higher, especially with everything that's happening. I think you should look at energy ETFs. Now, it's kind of late. But I've been talking about this one, another one, and copper, and natural gas and oil I didn't, but I did copper, XLE, etc. That you should be paying attention, and let's see how this one will react. So, even if it's not because of the conflict, energy will have a huge demand because of AI. Look for ETFs on energy. Trade energy on PrimeXPT. It couldn't be easier than this, okay? And look, even silver. Let me know what will you do here. Will you short it or long silver here? Right, you need to wait for confirmations, but you can scalp here. It's so easy to trade commodities on PrimeXPT. I really want you to get used to it. So the next session, maybe not Wednesday, maybe Friday afternoon, you can do live trading again. And I really want you to get comfortable with PrimeXPT so that you're not asking how to open trades like we did last week. We did a live trading session. So, and I want to do that again. But again, PrimeXPT, commodities, I gave you a few, and you can start to see, and you can start to trade them. Now let's look at Bitcoin, because we are a crypto community, crypto channel, and need to look at Bitcoin. But first I want you to see this. The market is going to open in about 1.5 hours, and the pre-market is red, but it's not crazy red. It's like 1%. Okay? It's not crazy red. It's 1%. This is, for us that we are crypto investors, 1% is like a normal 5-minute chart. So just pay attention to this. I don't think we are going to get something before the opening. Okay. I do not believe it. There might be some volatility. And again, do not mix volatility with risk. Do not do it. Okay. Protect your portfolio, hedge your portfolio. And I know that if you are holding and you didn't hedge your portfolio, you might be on a bad position right now. But yeah, watch my show on Saturday. I told you everything regarding, in my opinion, regarding what might be happening right now. So let's talk a little bit about crypto. Okay, talk about a little bit about crypto, and let's check some crypto charts. But first, I want to talk about this. There was a MEV attack, and someone just lost $250,000 on a swap. Okay, so I think this is called the sandwich attack, and they lost a lot of money. And this is the problem with some networks. But you know what network this doesn't happen? HBAR. You cannot get an attack like this on HBAR. So I have a challenge for you. Try to start using HBAR. Try just do some transfers between exchanges to your wallets. You don't have, just do it. USDC on HBAR, do some swaps on the HBAR ecosystem because it's safe. It's quantum resistant. I think it's Epstein resistant also. And you cannot get sandwiched and lose your money. Solana is looking at HBAR technology to adopt some of the hash graph technology. So just try to do something, small swaps, small transfers. And then let me know how your experience is, especially if you are using Ethereum, the future of finance. Now let's have some bullishness, because I feel that today everyone is going to be bearish. I'm almost sure everyone today is going to be bearish. I'm almost sure of that. So we need some bullishness here. And I want you to pay attention to this and what. Let's listen to him, and then we discuss.
Next to the top 10 AI companies, and they're trading about 20% over their long-term trend. And crypto's trading at a 50% discount to its long-term trend. So as a kind of relative value investor, I think crypto is very cheap relative to AI at this point.
Is it cheap relative to just normalcy?
No, I think it is. Crypto's come off 50% from its highs.
You weren't expecting that, probably.
And it's literally at its 7th percentile value against this 8-year trend average. So, you know, there have been a few times it's been a little bit cheaper than it is versus this trend, but right now it's about as cheap as it gets.
So 93% of the time it has been above historically where it is right now.
Exactly. And one of the things that's just wild about crypto is every investor that's owned Bitcoin for 4 years has made money over the entire history. And I've never seen an asset class like that. So as long as you have a multi-year view, this is
something that I've been saying for a long time. Have a multi-year portfolio. And it's talking about Bitcoin. Of course, some altcoins, it's the same. I think you can talk about altcoins still, right? Some altcoins, it's the same. But the main thing here that you need to, that he was saying, and I think you need to understand, because now everyone wants to go to the AI trade, and okay, go for it if you want to. But I'm not telling you not to learn AI, that you should. I'm talking about the AI trade. But you need to understand this, is that top AI stocks are 20% above the trend, and crypto is 50% below the long-term trend. Just do the math. If you are lazy, don't want to do the math, ask Claude or ChatGPT what this means and where you should invest. I'm not going to tell you where to invest. I'm just telling you, do the math, and you can decide yourself. But I think this says a lot, okay? And I can always that usually, I don't know how to say in English, I'm missing the word, but those well-known sentences. Opportunity never fails like an opportunity until it's obvious that it was an opportunity, right? It's up to you. I'm just showing what some people are saying. Some crazy people that manage $1 billion of money that are saying, look, maybe AI is overvalued and crypto is undervalued. Maybe. Just a small maybe. Just a small maybe. Okay. Now I want just to show you this one, and then we are going to look at Bitcoin. And there you go. This is some crazy chart. Okay. We have been 5 months on the red on Bitcoin. 5 months. We might go for the 6th one. There's one person that thinks that we already bottom, and that's 𝗕𝗟. And 𝗕𝗟 is still buying Ethereum. And there are a few wallets that started to buy Ethereum now again. Okay, like if you do on-chain stuff and you track wallets on chain, there are a few new ones that start to buy Ethereum also in the past days. But 5 months of losses. or in the on the red? What do you think we are going to? Oh, we are going to close March. Red too? Let me know in the chat. Do you think we are going to close it on the red? I want to know your opinion. Let me know if you think that we are going to close it. We are going to close it on the red. Are we going for the 6th red month? I'll get back to the chat and so that you can let me know. Now, Bitcoin. Let's talk about Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been, like I said, holding on pretty well. Okay, super well. I was expecting, even I was expecting some sort of drop. It didn't happen. That doesn't mean it's not going to happen. That doesn't mean we are not going to happen. That we are not going to drop. But you need to understand this. On a short-term view, 6,500 has been holding on as support. Okay, has been holding on as support super well. We retraced the, I don't want to call it invasion because it was an invasion, but the attack. We traced it all. It was entirely traced. Now we are dropping, but in a this is a hard one to tell you honestly, because we are at support, we are at a discount zone. I do feel we should have some more damage, maybe 64,500. I feel it should come, but I don't think it's going to come, honestly. I wanted it to come. I wanted that it would be lower, but yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It's kind of hard to say right now. If I wanted to long this, and if I wanted to trade this, probably I would wait to touch support again. I'm still... The only thing right now is that the US is going to wake up and they are going to tell us how they feel about the market. So it's kind of risky giving you any... It's risky to tell, look, trade this. It's really hard to tell you that. But if I wanted to trade, and if I wanted to open a long on Bitcoin, which I did on the weekend, not now, I took advantage of the volatility. When you stop having volatility, I didn't trade it anymore. I will do this, okay? 65,400, maybe a bit higher. Not we're going to lose the trade. 65,500, that's where I would place it. Sorry. Here. Around here. This is how I would wait for the trade. Then a super tight stop loss. This is how you scalp, okay? This is how you scalp. You want a super tight stop loss. Let me put it like this so that you can see. And just make sure you're okay. Sorry. It's here. This is where I would stay, and the stop loss that I would use it would be around here, below this week. Okay, this is more or less what I will do. Okay, and then I will target the top of this week here, and this is a 5 risk reward. So this is what I will do on Bitcoin. Okay, not right now. I'm not entering now. I would leave it here. Okay, just to try, just to scalp. And I know that everyone who said then you are going to get wrecked, etc. Look, I tripled my futures account this weekend just scalping this. Okay, I'm talking about scalping, and I said it's risky because it's the first day after the invasion. If you want to take it, you do it. If you cannot take a stop loss, you shouldn't trade at all. But like I was saying, I would take this here as a scalp, wait for a week, see the reaction, and then go. If I'm wrong, I have the stop loss in place, and I'm okay with that. But this is what I did the entire weekend. Just Bitcoin, only Bitcoin. And I went to the 5-minute chart, and I scalp all this. And you need to learn how to scalp, because every one of you I like swing trades, I like the 300% PNLs, I like all of that. Yeah, that's cool to show, but you know what I like? It's profits. And this is what you should do, in my opinion, okay? You define the range. So we have a range here, we kind of have, for this one. So we kind of have a range here. And this is the other range. When you come here, you long it. When you come here, you short it. Easy. And do know one thing: when you are range trading, you are going to get stopped when you get out of the range. It's easy, okay? And you do all this, and this is what I did this weekend. And I spent the weekend doing this. I didn't have to open that much trades. I just waited. Come here, and I long it, short it, long it, short it, long it, and that's it. That's how you do it. And you need to understand that it's better for you to scalp than to try to have big trades. Yeah, you can have big trades if you want to, if you like that. But look, there's 10 of October, there's tariffs, there's a lot of things that can kill your swings, okay? And then you see your profits going to your paper profits going away. You don't make any money whatsoever because you wanted a good P&L and you wanted to say you caught the bottom or you caught the top or short the top or you long the bottom. But when you start to scalp, and I have a lot of people that I know started to scalp, and they know the difference of scalping. They know how they saw their futures account growing because they don't care. They take 10 scalps per day, maybe 10% on each scalp. And that's, well, everything you need, okay? But yeah, if you don't agree, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just telling you what I do, what it works for me. And again, if it works for me, it should work for you, okay? And I told this on Saturday. This is the scalper's paradise. This is scalper's heaven. Period. This is the scalper's heaven. If you cannot see it, yeah, that's not my fault. But this is the scalper's heaven. Okay, you need volatility to scalp, and now you have it. And now you have it. Even for Ethereum, Ethereum is the same thing. You have a perfectly defined range. You have a perfectly defined place where you can long and where you can short. And if you don't want to take shorts, you just long when it reaches support. It depends what you think is more probable. Breaking support, breaking resistance. Okay, I think it's going to I think it might break support. Okay, so I'm going to short it when it reaches a resistance. Because I think it's less likely things to happen is to break resistance. It's easy as that. Okay, you can use some indicators if you want. You can use Bollinger Bands. You can, I don't know. I don't use them because I think they are noise. But if you want to, you can use the Bollinger Bands as an indicator. And look here, you should go long. For example, okay, this is not 100% proven method. Okay, this is probability. But now it's touching the Bollinger Band. So if you want to, you can go long. Or when it touches the Bollinger Band, you go long. When it touches here, you go short. And then you start to see, you are here, are we at the support? Okay, so then I have confluence, I can go long. Super easy to do this. It's up to you, honestly. It's up to you. Honestly, again, I'm not here to convince you of anything. You just need to see. Okay, you want more indicators. I don't like them. As you can see, my charts are super clean. I have a few lines, but they are clean. But if you want to, yeah, you go here. I don't know. RSI. Everyone likes to check the RSI. Okay. So, do I have confluence? Are we at the support? That's the Bollinger. It's touching the lower Bollinger Band. What is the RSI telling me? Maybe it's still a bit early to long. Okay. Then you go to a lower time frame. Now we are starting to see something. Maybe now I can open a long. Okay. And if you want to go to the 3-minute chart, look, I even go to the 1-minute chart. Okay. And that's what I did on Saturday when I was preparing the banter show on Banter Main. I was like, wake up when I start to saw the week. I went to the 1-minute chart and I waited, and then opened the long. And I scalped that. So it's up to you. Well, again, you don't have to do anything that I'm saying here, and I don't want you to do it if you don't feel comfortable. Find your method. If it works for you, Gucci. If it doesn't, find another one. One day you will find one. Okay, I'm just telling you what works for me. And like I said, I don't like Bollinger Bands. I don't like RSI. I think they are noise. I'm a price action guy. But by all means, okay, just wait and see what's going to happen. And again, based on what I've been doing, I would set my limit orders here. I have my stop loss here. And that's it. And probably when I finish the stream, I'm going to set a limit order and take this trade. probably that's what's going to happen. So yeah. Now on a longer time frame, like I said, I would still be careful, okay? But Bitcoin behaved very well this weekend. Very well. We had like, I don't know, $100 million longs liquidated on the first day of the conflict, and that was it. Okay, that's what we had. So I think Bitcoin behaved really well. I think everyone was waiting for Bitcoin to drop massively yesterday. It didn't happen, which tells you a lot. When everyone is expecting something, usually it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen usually. So yeah, I think there's a good chance that we are starting to, like the video that I just shared with you, that we are starting to see that people are finding crypto returns more attractive than stocks or AI. Again, that investors are starting to see crypto with more attractive returns than AI or stocks. That might be, I'm not telling you it's going to be a store of value, because yeah, it hasn't proven that yet, but maybe you're starting to see it. Okay, and now imagine this situation. You can hate it or love it, I don't care. But if you had to flee from Dubai or any other country, crypto goes with you. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin. It can even be a stable coin. Crypto goes with you, okay? And and I said this, I think it was 2 years ago or 1 year ago, I'm not sure. Look for the L1s, not L2s. I don't like L2s. Look for the L1s that have stable coins running on them. HBAR, XRPL, XLM, Ethereum. You have a few more. I'm not going to tell you Tron much. A lot of people use Tron, but Tron is not US based. Okay? Look for those that have stable coins on them and are US based. And maybe you're going to get a good surprise. Who knows, right? You might get a good surprise. But like I was saying, Bitcoin held on pretty well. Even altcoins behaved super well. I was expecting way lower on altcoins when I saw what's happening. And when I started to see that the resilience of Bitcoin, okay, I was like, yeah, there is some demand here. Look at what happened in Iran. Their currency went to zero. Literally to zero. Imagine that you have all your savings and I don't know, in some currency, and then yeah, it goes to zero. No one is safe. And just to say this, no one is safe. Okay? And that happened with the Iran currency. It literally went to zero or close to zero. Maybe close to zero. Okay? Now, looking at CRV. I'm tempted to long this. This is a risky one. Like a big risky. It's really risky to long it now. But with a tight stop loss, let me see. As if you are not trading this on Bluefin, you should be trading this on Bluefin. So I would place the stop loss really small here. Something like this. And aiming for here, these 2 weeks. I would take this trade. And I didn't care if I got stopped. Look, the stop loss is minimum compared to the trade. This is a 4 risk reward. So yeah, you need to take risks also. Okay, if you don't want to take risks, do not invest in crypto. Do not invest in crypto. That's what I have to tell you. But I would take this trade. And yeah. This was a good trade here at this support. Fuck, when did I draw this? I don't know when I draw this, but I hope I'm right. I don't know when I did this. But I truly hope that I'm right on this. I truly hope on this. That I'm right on this. So guys, manage your trade, okay? Don't have a trade on profit and I got stopped. Dude, you need to manage your trades. So just check them, manage them, and I think you'll be okay. And scalp the market. Take advantage of the volatility. If you're not, honestly, if you want to trade and you want to make money trade, you don't need to go for the swing trades. Just scalp this. Take 1 hour, 2 hours per day and dedicate yourself just scalping on the 5-minute chart. Even 1 hour per day can be enough. Or set a target. Okay, I want to make $1,000 in profit. When you make that profit, you are out. You don't need more trades. You'll get back tomorrow. Easy, and then transfer your profits here. The CAS card. Guys, I'm using the CAS card as my bank right now. If you're not, when this airdrop comes, I don't want to see any comments saying, I didn't believe in it. Look, I'm doing instant transfers from the CAS app to European bank accounts. Instant transfers like Revolut. I'm doing it with CAS. If you don't have a CAS card yet, and I want to offer one of these to you. I want to offer a $1,000 X card to one of you. I'm still giving you more time to register with the link below. But I'm doing instant transfers with this. You know what I did this weekend? The profits are all on the card. And I'm Gucci. When I want to go shopping, I will use the profits from this weekend. And I'm going to get a cashback and farm the airdrop. And some people are saying it's the best card ever, and it is. And when the airdrop comes, I know it's always like this, like the lighter airdrop. A lot of people didn't believe it, and there was people making so much money from the airdrop. Then yeah, it's up to you. Like I said, I'm not here to convince you of anything. My goal here is share my opinions, my data, and showing what I'm doing with full transparency. Okay, and if it works for me, it should work for you. See you all tomorrow. And I'm going live in 1 hour, more or less, on the Banter Portugal. So see us there. And let's see, maybe we can find some more trades. The market will already be open there at that time. So see you.